Guys, today I will be sharing how to make coffee meringue dipped in chocolate and pistachio. The original recipe comes from taste.com.au, but I modified the recipe. I will tell the ingredients as we go along. 3 egg whites in there. This is 1 teaspoon of instant coffee and then half a teaspoon of warm water. Just dissolve the coffee and then start beating the egg whites. So set aside the coffee mixture and then continue whipping the egg whites until it is frothy. Now I have half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Add this into the egg whites. You can use a handheld mixer to do this process. By the way, preheat your oven at 100 degrees Celsius. Three-fourths cup of granulated sugar that I will add to the egg whites, a tablespoon at a time. That's the sugar. So add it a tablespoon at a time. The ingredients will be in the description box. Once we added all the sugar, continue mixing. At this point, your meringue should reach steep peaks. Then add the coffee mixture. And this is now ready. Then transfer the meringue into a piping bag fitted with 1M. So I've got a baking pan in here lined with parchment paper. So just pipe the meringue. The size depends on how big you want the meringue to be. You can put them close together because they don't expand. And then we will bake this in a preheated oven at 100 degrees Celsius for about 1 hour, 10 minutes. Then after baking, just turn off the oven and then let the meringue stay there for at least an hour to cool down completely. If you take it out of the oven straight away, there's a risk of the meringue cracking. So while the meringue is baking, the other ingredients that we need are pistachios. This is optional. And then dark chocolate melt or baking chocolate. So finely chop the pistachio using a knife, or if you want to use food processor, that's fine as well. If you don't want to use pistachio, you can use any nuts that you like. And this is what the meringue looks like after cooling in the oven and baking. It should be crisp outside and chewy in the middle. So now we're going to melt the chocolate. And then this is optional. If you have some vegetable shortening, add it here, just a little bit. Or you can use a little bit of oil, vegetable oil, just to thin the chocolate. This is about 80 grams of chocolate melts. Half a teaspoon of vegetable shortening. See as you go, because sometimes you need more or less of the vegetable shortening or oil just to thin the chocolate. Now dip the meringue into the chocolate. Make sure that the chocolate is not hot. And then sprinkle some pistachio on the side where the chocolate is. And then place this in a pan lined with parchment paper and just wait until the chocolate sets. I'd like to use chocolate melts here because the chocolate sets without putting it into the refrigerator. But baking chocolate will do the same. Then do this process until you finish up with all the meringue. Just make sure that your hands is free from chocolate, so when you touch the meringue, it doesn't stain the meringue. And this is the finished product. I hope you give this a try. This is really good. When you bite it, you can taste the coffee flavor, and then crispy on the outside, chewy in the middle. And just to show you what it looks like inside when you break open the meringue. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!